Welcome to episode. Oh fuck! I fucked it up. I'm fucked it up already. Fuck this show. Welcome to episode 54 of the Loose Laces podcast. This is supposed to be an angry episode, but it's about peace, love, and apologies. I'm Davon, and I'm joined by
Shad.
mystery nigga X over here. My nigga got on the sad boy Gulligan. How you feeling?
I'm cool. How you?
I don't like that. We're gonna have to cheer you up. We're gonna have to give you a handy. I'm actually in a pretty good space. I'm tired as fuck, but I got to cook an incredible lamb meal. Like, Lene be going to the farmer's market, going crazy with the random meat find. So, yeah, I get happy when I get big meat. So, that made me happy. So, I'm in a damn good mood. I'm in an even better mood because all the memeable bullshit happening on Twitter. So, I'm enjoying the chaos and the fallout.
Well, I definitely can't relate because I am vegetarian right now, and
I forgot that you're a rabbit.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to lose weight because I got some stuff coming up in the fall, and also trying to get back into running, like 5Ks and 10Ks and whatnot. So, yeah, man, just trying to change the lifestyle. That's about it. Nothing crazy.
I mean, nigga, that's a big lifestyle. I need meat. All right. No, I feel you. I'm trying to exercise a little bit more. I did 2 hours of walking a day, so I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to be less flabby guts because I'm getting old and I don't want to be all fucked up when my son older. So
I'm still trying to dunk before I hit 40. So
I think I respect it. I ain't never gonna dunk, even with my adult growth spurt. But it is what it is. What you cop this week, sir?
Well, thanks to you, I got the Mac attacks. Aside from that, I was on the fence about getting some Ja Morants. Saw them just in my random travels, but the store that I went to, I'm not gonna put them on blast, but I saw them on the wall. So, oh snap, they have them. Asked, could you give me a size 13? And no lie, I was waiting for 10 minutes, and I was just like, yo, fuck it, I'm cool.
No, nigga, name is Shane.
No, it was Snipes in Mondawmin.
I didn't even know there was a Snipes in Mondawmin.
Yeah, I went there randomly, just looking for something, and everywhere that I went to, I ended up finding whatever I was looking for, but walked around, saw what they had in stores, and then I remembered retail is ass, so I couldn't really find too much. The only thing I'm getting nowadays is just random shorts and Mitchell and Ness throwback shorts or team shorts and a random polo hat from downtown locker room or something like that.
So you getting into your dad era
of bucket hats and boonies, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, that was my dad's hat of choice.
Okay, how about you?
Let's see. So I got my Mac attacks at 3:00 in the morning. Mad random how they ran that fucking raffle because everybody was confused and angry. Hit on that. This nigga hits me in the morning yo, I'm be driving, I need help. It was either I was going fast as fuck or the guards were on my side. When I say I beat that site's ass, I was in checking out before the queue even went up. It queued me for about 2.5 seconds, and then I just checked out. I filled in my information before it even queued me. And I saw on the timeline, niggas was livid that size 13 sold out.
Yeah, when I seen Mosh start, tweeting about he couldn't get a size 12, it's oh shit, this must have been bad.
I mean, it's roughly about the same. When you go for construction worker sizes, you always have trouble. I don't, but I'm special. Now, let me stop lying. I was just really on point because, nigga, had you not said anything, I was going to sleep in. I was not going to go for that drop at all.
Yeah, I was in the middle of something, so I appreciate the alley-oop.
Oh, nigga, ain't nothing. So, I got that. So, Nike just started doing the Air Max 97 in kid sizes, preschool and toddler sizes with the 4 Air unit. which I had never seen before, and I've been watching them for a while. And Nordstrom's put them up early, and all Kazi does is run. I wanted to get him some proper shoes because all I got him is basketball shoes, and these shits are fire. Needlessly overpriced, but fire. Like, they look incredible. Hold on, let me grab it. So, they look incredible to be in kid sizes. But for $130, I can't get jiggy with that.
God damn.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I get it. It's an Air Max 97, but this is almost 20-year-old technology. No, it'd be over 20 years. This is bullshit that it's $130. Like, it looks great, but I finessed on Nordstrom's, got a $60 credit. So, for $70, I ain't mad at that. I'll happily take that. He loves them, but I'm probably going to end up doubling up because he wants to wear them now, and I got him in for, like, school. So I got I got to size up.
Okay.
And that's about it. But
no more frames. What about that?
well, I was about to get into that.
Okay.
But frame talk, I got a ass load of Dunhill frames. I got like 12 pairs. Like, they finally came in. I was upset because they were supposed to come in before the last episode. They came in the day after. But nigga, I can't tell you how fucking happy I am. Like, I didn't even know this pair was in there because the guy just told me a few numbers. But I've actually never seen this particular color. So this is the Dunhill 6038. You know, classic square shape, double bridge, beautiful. But what made this special is this is 12 karat gold filled. Essentially plated, but it is what it is. It's more ingrained into it. But it's 12 karat gold over a pure titanium frame.
Okay.
So this frame weighs nothing. Handmade in Japan. That made me excited because I've seen the gold tone version, which I actually got along with the bundle, but I've never seen the gold filled version. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That one I believe is 10 karat gold, but I never got a definitive answer. So this is 12 karat gold filled. But the most exciting part that's damn near impossible to pick up on camera. On the bridge and on the temples, there's a little bar. Mm-hmm. This bar is 18 karat gold solid.
So it gives it weight.
Well, it's not even that it's weight. It's just crazy that you take a solid gold decal and put it over 12 karat gold over titanium. Like, this is just fucking overkill. And the crazy part is it's a matted finish. So it's a matte gold where it doesn't shine that much, but you can still tell it's like real gold. And I'm just like, this is fucking nuts. If I was some business nigga back in the 80s with a Dunhill lighter, I definitely want to wear ape shit for these. And from what I understand, the cost of manufacturing was like $75 per unit, which is fucking insane for manufacturing costs. Uh-huh. So they really went all in. Especially like, because Carrera is the company that produced a lot of stuff for like Dior, Playboy, and they handled Dunhill. And they usually do that stuff in Germany or Austria. So to send it to Japan for the titanium construction back in the day was crazy. And I just can't get over how fucking dope this frame is. Especially considering it's a low-key frame, for lack of a better term. But it's just so many fucking unnecessary details. It's just, I love them. So I'm going to be wearing a lot of Dunhill. Well, I sold a few, but I might have to keep these for myself. Put some brown tints in these. Just, that's my grown man frame.
Well, all right.
Yeah, so, nigga, that made me happy. And then I got some other cool shit that, of course, I'm going to put on here. But for now, it's about these.
All right, space it out. All right. So I guess we will start off with some listener questions. As always, definitely got a question or a couple questions from a Polaroid.
My nigga.
Is it realistic to think New Balance could reduce the production times related to ALD pre-orders? The Kith Samba is taking a similarly long time, and Nike hasn't done a similar release to compare. If they truly haven't made any of the shoes, I don't think we can really expect things to move faster. I bet most of the people upset pre-ordered the 1300s to flip and got wrecked. I'll let you start off with that.
Okay. So if you follow me on Twitter, you've already seen how I feel about it. And I look at it like this. The thing that's confusing about ALD compared to the Kith pre-order. Kith made their allotment of Sambas and saw how much demand there was, and then just did an open order. So Adidas had already finished their batch. Their numbers were done. And then they opened it up to do an unlimited amount that I guess it would just be made to order in this case. Mm-hmm. Versus ALD, they have not sold any or had any produced as far as I can tell, but they have to have a certain allotment already in mind because ALD doesn't do open order. They let anyone enter, but it's all a raffle. And it comes down to pretty much how much you spent with them. Like, I got lucky that I did a few cops off there, so my account was considered VIP. If I entered a contest, I was going to win. I mean, a raffle, I was going to win regardless. Okay. Foregone conclusion. But they suck. And, like, I just straight up stopped supporting ALD because they do these little raffles. They tell you that there's a time frame, or they tell you that the shoes are basically done, and then you get fucked. Because, like you said, with the 1300s, they gave a time frame. People thought like, okay, whatever, they have it. It'll be ready, yada, yada, yada. ALD shoes have been hitting. And those 1300s came in and they fucking suck. The pictures finesse the fuck out of us. They are gross. And not only were they late, they sent them out in batches, in waves. So people were getting this, made their money, and then everybody else was left holding the bag with these ugly ass 1300s. I've had something similar happen with a pair of their 550s that I ended up cussing them out because they kept saying like, it'll be another month. It'll be another month. It'll be another month. And it just put a really sour taste in my mouth. Now they're doing whatever fucking ugly shoe this is, and people are upset. And you have people like Welty, like, hey, people are upset that they finally got the pre-orders that they wanted, but they haven't got. I mean, it's a New Balance and not a Nike. And it's like, my nigga, shut your rich ass up. Like, you don't have to struggle for shoes. You're plugged. The average person is going to be upset because you're going to hold my money for over a year.
Right.
And then God only knows when I'm going to get the shoes. And I think Nike is sitting back and realizing, or letting everyone else catch heat.
Yeah, because they don't want to, set a precedent for pre-orders. And they have a similar issue where it takes people 3 months to get their shoes, and now everyone's flaming Nike. Like, nah, you see New Balance, they definitely put too much dip on their chip. They try to do a pre-order system, and you see why we don't do it.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that I forgot the nigga Teddy from ALD is like a creative director at New Balance. So this is directly affected. I mean, this is directly New Balance at this point. Mm-hmm. I think, and this would be incredible if I'm right. I think with the new launch of the Kobe's, they might just start doing open ordering with the Kobe's, with certain like particular like regular models. If they did something like that, I think it would be fantastic. Because as I was saying earlier on my Twitter, the problem with doing pre-orders for most content is we live in a fashion cycle. Everything goes through, it gets cycled out. Like, Sambas were hot at the beginning of the summer. Now, the TikTok girls have moved on to the, I never knew how to pronounce it, the Otunska Tigers.
Yeah, Otunika, the joints that they look like Asics.
Yeah, I mean, they are Asics. Those are the new hot shoe for them. Okay. Sambas are done. They have plummeted in value. If you had ordered some Sambas to be cool, you've missed your window. If you ordered Sambas to flip, you've missed your window. Unless you are a legit Samba fan, it's no point to pre-order them. Because by the time you get them, nobody cares. And that's what I've been saying on the show before. You can't do a pre-order with a hot shoe because a hot shoe is only hot for so long. If Nike does it, and if they think like me, they'll go with evergreen shoes that truck driver niggas love. You get certain 8s, certain 11s, certain Kobe's. stuff that's just gonna sell, and why not just make money all the time for something that's easy to produce? Because I think if they just made unlimited GR Kobe's, like white, blacks, maybe a Laker color, they make money every fucking day. Like if they made Kobe's readily available, would you not buy them?
It depends.
On?
It depends on the colorways. Like I'm not buying reverse Grinches every single day. It would be wise if they took, like the old East Bay route where they just had team colors.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I know, but they also know like them special edition colors. Like I want to say they're not Joker, but they are essentially Joker colored. Like those ones, the Kobe 4s. No, those are 5s. Kobe 5s. If they brought back the 4 rings Kobe's, if they brought back Grinches, if they brought back like certain joints, they should still keep those limited, but still revisit those models again. And I wouldn't honestly at this point, if they talking about doing a Kobe pre-order, I don't think that they're going to do a Kobe pre-order. I think everything that they are going to put out is already being made, and that's it. Like I'm pretty sure Kobe Day is going to be a complete disaster. I've already come to terms with it. But if they do happen to put out like them triple whites and they put them out in different models, whatever. This shit is nasty, but whatever.
I think that would be the way to go. Like you said, team colors in general, like black Kobe 4s, 5s. Ugh. Something like that where it's just an everyday shoe for niggas that actually hoop, for kids that want to hoop. I think that would be fantastic. Leave the special editions as special editions.
I mean, they need it because they don't have like Nike lost their bestseller with Kyrie. They have Ja, but now we don't know if we can trust this nigga to even stay on the court due to legal trouble.
Yeah.
So they need to do something.
I think Nike sees the writing on the walls. I think if they just made it to where if you order a Kobe, you will get a Kobe. If they took a note out of Telfair's bet, like if they took a note from Telfair and it's like, look, it's the Kobe protection pack. Where if you want a Kobe, you will get a Kobe, and you will get that Kobe within 2 to 3 months. GR colors. I think that would be the only way to make pre-orders sustainable. Trying to do it with funky, untested models, collaboration colors, and stuff like that, it's unsustainable because there is no Kith, there's no collaboration shoe that didn't get cold. Because I think about how SBs and Dunks just fell the fuck off to the point where they were out of fashion for a long time. They're back now, but it's just hard to do something like that when you order a shoe when it's hot and then you don't know when you're gonna get it. I think that's a huge risk to take that most people wouldn't take. That's why I was talking about the big red boots. They were funny, they were hot, they were doing numbers. Everybody wanted to be a part of the moment. And if you were in an unlucky batch where you got it in the 8 weeks after it dropped, you just spent $350 for a shoe that nobody thinks is funny anymore. So I think if you're going to do a pre-order, leave it to something that you know is going to sell, but isn't a hot shoe, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right. I hope we answered your question.
All right. Second listener question is from Gnarly Brow. What was the best stuff in your high school era? I went to high school 06 through 10. And is it just nostalgia or have sneakers never been as good as then? LOL. The best stuff in my high school era, of course, stuff like DMPs. But honestly, I feel like the best stuff, because I graduated 07. So 04 to 07 was like around the Alpha Project. Nah, it was a little bit after. Because I was in middle school when a lot of that stuff dropped. Like when we had Battlegrounds, because Flight Posit 3s are high on that list for me. But shit, high school, I think phone posits, like penny phone posits, when stuff started hitting urban accounts, that was like a big thing. If you knew what an urban account was and you could go to your downtown locker room and you had the bread. So yeah, phone posits. You had the first Spizikes, the Gucci colors. And what was another like big release? Like
Altitude 13s went crazy.
Not too crazy about those. I know they were big, but let me see. What I'm thinking of something that was wild as shit when it dropped.
Jordan or something else?
Oh no, shit. SBs.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say
SBs. SBs. That was probably what? That was Pink Box era. Nah, that was before
Silver.
Pink. That was Silver Box era. So yeah, Silver Box. So you had like Hawaii SBs. You had Unluckies. I think
Tweeds.
you had a lot of crazy
Daylights.
shit. You had a lot of crazy shit. Eries. A whole bunch of wild shit when we was in high school. Like SBs were the creme de la creme. Like if you knew, you knew.
I mean, not only that, we were at the peak of collaborations. Niggas had
Stussy SBs.
Stussy, you had shit from the Artist Series. You had shit from... I mean, store collaborations did numbers. The Consortium Pack is still one of the greatest. Right. Well, no, that was after high school. But there was so much going on. But I can't say that sneakers were good then or better then, because it's the Virgin effect. My favorite SB, or one of my favorite SBs in total stance, I don't think it's the greatest, but the Unlucky 13 is a pretty good shoe.
It's fucking fire.
But it popped my cherry. So I'm always going to hold that shoe in high esteem. And if you was getting it back then and you had access to this kind of shit, it's going to be the best shit you ever seen. Because I was lucky enough to be one of the few niggas at my school with SBs, undefeated dunk highs, B-more forces. I mean, everybody had B-more forces, but not everybody got at B-more forces. I had access to all the hardest shoes that niggas weren't seeing. So to me, those shoes were fucking insane. But now, when I look at shoes, they're not as exciting because I'm a 30-plus-year-old. There are shoes that make sense to the youth culture now that I'm not a part of, that I might look at and say, this shit is stupid. And them kids be like, oh, shit. Like, I never want to take the old man stance and say shoes were better back in my day. The only thing I will say...
No, yes, you... Go ahead.
I will say the quality of the shoes was much better. That's why I don't care as much when they retro something like, oh, we're bringing this back from '04, and it's like, this suede was much better back then. Or the colors are wrong. But I can't sit up here and say that my generation of shoes was better than this generation of shoes.
Yes, you can.
I'm listening.
No, I mean, it's not like, to quote Danny Brown, if new shit was better, then niggas would be going around wearing LeBrons.
Oh yeah, no.
So, I mean, nah, you can say, how many times have we picked up a new shoe and we're like, this ain't it. Everything is made now for like workout culture. Everyone's supposed to be in leggings and fitness fashion. Everything is made out of Hyperfuse and Lunar Line, but does it stand the test of time like an OG leather shoe with rubber and an air bubble?
Okay, but yeah, that's a matter of quality. What I'm saying is...
No, I'm talking about silhouette and the model. Like, if
okay,
our
so you're
stuff
talking
is
silhouette.
better, if our stuff is better, then why our stuff is clearly always being retroed or referenced?
Okay, hold on. I hear what you're saying. What I was meaning was more so colorways and references. Because some colorways that we fucked with back then look like shit now. Would you agree?
Like what?
Like, let's just say with certain fives. A lot of fives don't look as good as they used to. Now, there are classic fives, but for the most part, some colorways don't translate well into the current era. Because fashion has changed. The things that we wore back in the day, we wouldn't wear now.
Like what, nigga? You gotta...
Most SBs from back in the day, like the especially colorful ones, wouldn't hit as hard if they came out now.
Name one.
Okay, like, I'm trying to think. Actually, I might be losing it. Okay, I'm just saying I don't like to hate on shit because if the kids like it now or people like it now, I'm cool with it. I like what I like, but I've always been off to the center, so I ain't judging niggas for liking what they like.
Like the only thing that we have that is probably bad from our era, and not even from our era technically, are like brown and pink 8s. But a lot of stuff from our time, that a lot of stuff is referenced now. The only thing that probably stinks now is Jordan Brand putting out PEs. But that's because the context of it is gone. Like, why am I putting out a Jordan 12 PE that Gary Payton wore when he was still in the league?
Know who he is.
That nigga has gray hair now.
Yeah. Also, it's just kind of boring seeing all the stuff referenced now. Like, I'm aiming specifically at Clot with their final dunks. Like, I'm just seeing how much they've leaned on their self-referential to the point where it's boring. Some people do it poorly. Like, the undefeated Air Forces I'm wearing right now, those are fire. Mm-hmm. To translate that dunk into an Air Force One low, magnifique. Whereas, though, Clot just... the Kiss of Death was amazing back in 06. Y'all just made it lame.
But at the same time, like, if you take a theme like even Espos or Invisible Girls, that shit didn't stand the test of time back then. Like, everyone would tell you, yo, Espos get cloudy. Like, they were cool to have.
Yeah, that was
first got them, but resale tanked back then.
Yeah, I mean, Espos just no clear shoe was ever gonna do numbers.
Like, when you saw Invisible Girls being bootlegged in the Hurricane Chris video, you knew that shoe was cooked.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when they first came out, all I heard niggas were saying, like, you better have clean socks, you better have some fire ass socks, and that's what fucked up Espos, because if you didn't get the socks, what am I wear these shits with?
Exactly.
So,
yes, our era was clearly better. You knew niggas suck.
All right, Davon. That was a good question because someone was like, yo, I don't know if this has been asked. Nah, I like that question a lot.
Nah, and shit, to be quite honest, I mean, our era, if it's not us, then early 90s era is the golden era. But it's definitely between when we were in high school and just early Nike basketball when you still had David Robinson, shit. You still had Tim Duncan.
I think that...
Like them niggas in the barbershop, that commercial... If you were to take a snapshot of all the people that they had right then and there between that and the Alpha Project time, that is a very tough time to beat.
I don't disagree. Because I want to say everybody that was in it usually was in it because they were a fan of either the sport or the culture versus niggas coming in now because it's cool. Because I keep saying I'm fucking tired of seeing Travis Scott. His new shoes are kind of cool, but we need some new celebrities. We need to start focusing back on stores and tell them they can't use the same fucking reference from 30 years ago. And just, I don't know. You're right. It is. Our shit was better. It was just more interesting back then. Now, yeah. I'm going to say this.
It's lack of craftsmanship. That's why we gravitate towards these other brands now. Like, we'll gravitate towards a Saucony or an Asics or a New Balance because the craftsmanship is so much better. You can pick up a New Balance and the suede on it is beautiful. You can pick up a new model and like, oh, this leather is premium versus Nike.
The dunks made out of cardboard.
Like the shoe that might have the best material, if it's not a Force or a Dunk, is going to be something like an Adjust Force. Yeah. Who the fuck is wearing an Adjust Force? No disrespect to that shoe because it's a dope shoe, but it hasn't been sold to me. Like,
but you know what? I feel like we keep coming back to it. It's marketing. Because back then, you got a shoe announced, you were hyped. There was usually some sort of force behind it, even if it was just a picture or some kind of print ad. Now everything's leaked by no personality ass accounts, so you can't get excited. Like, I want to be excited for these Powerpuff Girl for like dunks. I wish if they even come out, it would have been announced on Cartoon Network. Like, I'm watching a commercial with my little cousin, and it's like, holy shit, it's some dunks coming out. Versus Blue Shoe Magoo, Powerpuff's confirmed. I wish I'd have seen that ad. Like, the last shoe that really wowed me with its announcement was the J Balvin's because he got to get ahead of the pack. So that really sold me in that shoe versus some Chinese nigga with like dirty nails holding it up in a back office.
I guess because what do you say to DJ Khaled? Like DJ Khaled announced his shoe way before and it fucked him over. And then on top of that, the shoe just wasn't all that good.
And you just don't work with a nigga like Khaled. I wouldn't even let Khaled save my life if given the option. But that's just me. I don't know.
All right, so we're gonna jump around a bit. I think we're actually gonna go from the bottom up. So Travis Scott, his show in Egypt was canceled and then uncanceled. I have a feeling Utopia, not only is it going to be a big album, but Nike is definitely making some calls to Egypt. Like, nigga, we got some shit we got to drop. We're releasing merch.
They got 10 people they supposed to be flying out.
Bro, so I'm pretty sure Nike got some shit in the works. And DJ Khaled knew better than to get them fucking golf ones. That shit is disgusting. But aside from that, what do you really think that this is gonna have? Like, this is gonna have in stock or in store? Because I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a drop.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely gonna be. So that actually ties into something I saw in Japan. So they're probably gonna do like they did at, I think it was Astro World Day One or one of those concerts he had. They are going to do a stash, probably for the cut the checks, because he's been wearing them, so they're public now. They're probably going to drop those early. So Nike is actually doing something called the Sneaker Stash Voucher, where you claim the shoe through the stash in the app, and after you claim the shoe, you have to go to like a Nike designated store to get the actual shoe, to stop people from spoofing and taking shit from the real fans. But aside from that, I just don't care. Like, the Travis Scott aesthetic is boring at this point. The cut the checks are okay, but I don't understand why there's a strap. I don't need to see another one from him. He can't do a 2 because there's no swoosh on it.
These are terrible.
The cut the checks?
Yes.
They're okay. That black color is bad. The white one is good.
These are bad. These are terrible. No, they're fucking terrible.
I like them, but I'm not pressed for them.
No, nigga. Oh, no. Nah, bro. We not doing that. These are nasty work.
Hey, man.
You might as well just put him back in the Mac attacks. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like him and Drake just make me not care. Drake almost gets it right, but then he always fucks it up with the colorway or added detail. Just him being lame. Travis is just like, I don't care. I really just don't give a fuck anymore. So, that nigga can be in Egypt. The Pharaoh can rise up. Niggas can get beat up. I'm sleep.
This nigga's really selling Team Jordans. Y'all should be ashamed. Them shit suck. Them joints look like some 2 trays mixed with an Air Trainer 3. Them shits is terrible.
Unless they glow in the dark, I ain't too pressed.
You better not be. Alright. The Deion Sanders signature line is coming back. He's already made
X-Men pack.
I'm just making sure we stay consistent with the brands.
Okay.
Deion Sanders' signature line is coming back. He's already making a press run. He showed up on Your Man show. I don't know how Nike... That's how you know Nike don't give a shit. Because they promoting a line of shoes that made that nigga lose his toes.
I just don't care.
I will say I do want those all-star Deons, though. Them red suedes... Them shits made me hate, what's his name, Danny Wiseman for like a cool 3 years. I still got PTSD from eBay on that shit. But aside from those, I might get a pair of DTs once they hit outlets. Aside from that, I mean, it's cool. I seen it coming because he was with Under Armour when he was with Jackson State, but the Colorado Buffaloes is a Nike team, so they had to do something. How long he stays at Colorado will probably determine how long he is with Nike, which also means that he gets a DT retro in black and gold, which might be kind of fire because they're going to do something for the Colorado Buffaloes.
I guess. I don't know. It's not like it's a bad thing. It's just a line that I have no real attachment to. I like whatever his first shoe was.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, I don't understand how they move with this, because that type of shoe really isn't hitting unless they're going to do some sort of update to it. I don't understand the logic behind it aside from him being with Colorado.
I mean, I think they're just trying to do something to get something to stick, because the majority of their Nike athletes, you kind of had like Victor Cruz was the biggest sneakerhead. He don't even play football no more, I don't think. Odell said fuck Nike. He's doing training in Mizuno's and Adidas stuff. DK Metcalf, like even their Jordan, like even football. Like if you see football, Nike is constantly pushing Jordan football cleats, like Jordan 1 football cleats, because part of that I think is inspired by Mosh and shoe surgeon, just to kind of step on whatever they're doing.
I guess.
Like they understood that how big it was to see those customized cleats on the field. And so now they're like, oh, well, even though they've been doing it, now they're pumping them out at like a more consistent pace. So I don't know.
I don't like it. I don't know what it feels like everything's aimless right now. But then again, marketing to this generation of people is hard.
But the thing is, you could, like, Deion Sanders is in the mix as far as just people that we see. Like, he was a very big topic. He was so big at the time, if he was with Nike, like, black people would have probably been like, yo, fuck Deion Sanders. We're probably going to end up throwing his shoes out if it wasn't for the fact that we don't do that shit.
No, I get it. I don't know. I guess I'm just the wrong demographic for this. But,
I mean, it would be nice if they brought back, like, it must be the money, Deion, but I don't think that they're going to go, as far as that to even market, because Nike don't do shit in the marketing department
anymore. You get, like, them Luka 2's got, like, a half-hearted anime poster, and I'm just like...
Bro, Lil Uzi Vert had more promo for his shit than Luka.
Yeah. I don't know. They need to learn. They need to hire somebody to do marketing.
I mean, Nike's always outsourced. They've always outsourced for their marketing. However, it just seems like, all right, if we can't put it on the app, then
we don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. It's hard to market. But at the same time, you have a captive audience. You have millions of followers across all the social media platforms. If you drop a fire video, niggas will share it.
Yeah, like it would help for something to just go viral.
Yeah, I mean, it would be so easy if they brought it back. Because I'm seeing people are nostalgic for, like, the LeBron commercials, the Kobe LeBron puppets. Something so fucking stupid, but incredible. That's amazing marketing. It's so much that they can do, but nobody markets anymore. Nobody gives a fuck. And it's not just a Nike problem. It's just industry-wide. We need a revamp of the entire industry, or somebody big enough to come in and shake it up. Because I just... That Cortez commercial really makes me mad that we don't get commercials like that anymore. My man's is a small brand and understands marketing. Palace does marketing really well. Like that Palace Gucci commercial was incredible. It can be done. They just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, for Cortez to bring back Hogo Bonito was like, if you understood that era of soccer or football, like those commercials were ridiculous. Like those commercials were so crazy. It had me listening to Brazilian music. Like that's how big those, like when you had Ronaldinho and you had Ronaldinho doing you had the Brazilian team passing the ball in the locker room and no one dropped it. Like you had stuff like that. You had essentially the Nike basketball commercial where they're dribbling and making music, but instead they're doing it with a soccer ball, like doing all type of crazy moves and kicking it to somebody random in the next frame. And that shit will go on for almost 5 minutes and it's just pure fire what people are doing. Like Hoga Bonita commercials were crazy. So when I saw that with Cortez, I've never heard of them, but when I saw that they brought that back, like for Play Beautiful, dog. Nike needs a moment like that, but they also need to make sure that they have some sort of cultural relevance to now. And it has to be more than like shit. I think the last commercial off top that I could think of was, I want to say Russell Westbrook's "Now I Do What I Want" with Lil Uzi Vert. That had the potential to really be a big moment if only the shoe was better. If the shoe was better, that shit will probably be retroing again now.
Yeah, or if they kept playing into it. They should have done more.
But now it's kind of hard, like, all right, well, we want to do something with another artist, but we have to make sure that it's clean, that the artist has a clean image, so that way we don't have anything backfire on us, and that the shoe has some sort of staying power. But none of the shoes have staying power.
They need to get Flying a Boss, or whatever the fuck their name is, the chicks that be running. Dog. Get them in a running commercial. You telling me that shit won't hit? Bro,
I'm pretty sure Jesus Christ is he don't pick up his phone no more.
Shut the fuck up.
He probably turned that shit clean off. If I hear "Hello Christ" one more time, "Hello Christ,"
I'm about to sit again. All right, nigga, we running long.
I'm saying if I see somebody, if I hear "Hello Christ," I'm sticking my foot out to trip one of them girls. All right. Anyway,
I like you angry.
Whatever. Kith X-Men pack. Was it 30th year or something, or 50th year?
I don't know.
Asics, Kith. It seems uninspired. It's dry as hell. It's cool for some of the stuff, but
the clothes is hard.
The clothes is fire. Like the clothes is always gonna have a few pieces that hit crazy. Even like the Wire pack. Like the Wire pack, they had that one shirt, "My Name Is My Name," and that shit sold out immediately. Aside from that, I'm not paying $60.
The tees are $80.
I'm not paying $80 for no shit I could go to Hot Topic for. Them niggas got me fucked up.
I like that. But yeah, not for $80. And what pisses me off, like, I don't even care that it's a blind pack for the shoes. It's just that there is nothing that shows me, like, the Rogue colorway. If you didn't tell me that was Rogue, I'd be like, oh, so you're a Packers fan. And I know they're the same colors, but it's just like, I was talking about it online. Bake did it so well by just putting the person's face on the shoe and making it like a comic book packaging. This was perfect. But Kith always tries to go the extra mile and do some shit that nobody cares about, but will get psycho people to buy it. Oh, not only do you get the shoe, but you get a PSA graded upper deck card. I don't give a fuck about that. I like the X-Men. If these were $40 shirts, I'd be all over them. And if the fucking shoes looked like Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Gambit, anything like that, a fucking Sentinel, or if they did just Cyclops with a little light on the shoe so it could like shoot out lights.
Yeah, everything is just, let's go ahead and take the most noticeable 3 colors from each of the characters and put it on a ASIC.
Yeah, this is
with
cool.
No reference in materials whatsoever.
Nothing that really speaks to it. Like the Dragon Ball Z pack from Adidas made more sense. Like I can tell this is Goku.
We need dragon scales. We need patent leather. We need pony hair. We need something. Like go all out with the custom.
Yeah, this was... Ronnie's gonna Ronnie.
Yeah.
And he always shits the bed.
Kith always charging way too much for some basic shit. Next. All right, Adidas. Adidas Crazy Infinity. Fucking fire shoe. way to go to continue the Kobe line in a creative way that we know what it references and also speaks to the future. Adidas, when you want to do it right, you can do it right. Start doing it right more often.
The only thing I don't understand is why it released it packaged first. But who cares? If it drops on their site and I can get it for 50, 60% off, shit, nigga, I might buy 3 pairs. And I like the new colors of the Adidas basketball clothes, so I think it's fire. I'm excited for it, and I haven't given a fuck about a Kobe Adidas shoe since the 2s, specifically the USA's. But I think that's a great update, and I think it finally found its right time, if that makes sense.
I mean, right now there is clearly just a gap in basketball in general. Like, Kyrie has his line with Anta coming out, but we don't know if we can get those. No one gives a shit about linings, Way of Wade's, Nike basketball. Their best shoe is probably with the GT cut, and you can't even sniff those. So for Adidas, like, they have plenty of opportunity to do something. And I really think that they're going to do it with either this, Fear of God, or just some sort of model that'll really put them on the map and, like, let people know we are here.
I can't believe I'm about to say this. They are in a position to win.
Yeah.
But Adidas is Adidas, and Adidas is the worst. But if somehow they don't Adidas this up, I think this could be big. Because I am like, the Fear of God Athletics 86 is fucking fire. I'm excited for that. I really don't care as long as it's under 350. You got me. I'm like, I want those. I might even buy the Crazy Infinities. Because just seeing son wearing them with the shorts and the t-shirt, I'm like, this could be fire. With jeans, these look like they could be fire. The shape is so stupid and futuristic that it don't matter what you wear with it. I'm excited for those.
Shoot, Adidas Kobe's are just chilling in Foot Locker. I think I might go back and get a couple pairs of those if they're the updated joints.
And on top of it, they're only like 160, I believe, 140, 160.
I think 140.
I'm like, that's a great price point. This is a comfortable price point, and I think they're coming in kids because I saw a picture of a kid in them.
Okay.
I think that's a great shoe. Like, that's a great basketball shoe for kids that are out here. I think if Adidas can get the pricing right, they can keep a steady a steady supply, and they don't fuck up doing too many colors, I think these could actually put them in a position to win basketball.
Hey, Adidas, just letting you know, if this Crazy Infinity does what it needs to do, you guys have literally created your own phone posit. Don't fuck it up.
Please don't fuck it up. All right.
Yeezys are coming back to major retailers. Major retailers, you niggas suck.
Y'all niggas.
But at the same time, we understand because retail is dying.
Yeezys ain't saving it.
So you think?
No. So
now, it's not even a matter of it's not even a matter if Yeezy saving them. If they know, all right, but we have an Adidas account, Adidas is going to pump out as much of this shit as possible, and now these accounts aren't at a place where they can necessarily say no. Niggas ain't walking out of Foot Locker with bags and bags and bags of shit.
Well, what I'm saying is, allegedly, this is stuff that was already produced. Nothing else is being produced. But the problem is only certain Yeezy models sell through. Because for the last release that they did, a lot of the less desirable models, shit that's not the foams or the slides or the more hyped 350 colorways, they were sitting to the point where they kept extending the raffle thing that they do on Confirmed. They're bricks. So you're going to have to pay wholesale for inventory that's not going to move. So it's not the savior that they think it is. People are excited for the slides and stuff because, the Discord niggas want to still flip them. But for the most part, I would not stock Yeezy. Not the undesirable models. Now, the shit that hasn't been released yet, like the boots and other shit like that, yes, give me those. Those are going to fly. But the 350s and all the other stuff,
they'll move enough. Nigga, they have Climacool Crocs on the shelves. They need Yeezys at this point.
We'll see, but if what I'm thinking is going to happen, it's going to be a lot of 350s in normal sizes, like sitting, and then like the money sizes, the big sizes will sell out, and that's about it.
Nigga, them shit's moving.
Okay, we'll see.
You're going to see more stock pumping. All right, let's get into it. If you guys do not notice, I have a Social Status opening day shirt on. We went to opening day. Shout out to Scott. Shout out to Pitt. Shout out to the store. My opinion, that opening day was a complete shit show. And you know, I'm really hoping that Social Status, what it does for the community and just them as a brand, as a store, I really want them to win. But that first day, we got there a little bit before 7. They had about 25 people in line in front of the store and mad niggas across the street. We were trying to figure out what was going on. They said in order to be in line, you had to be on a list that apparently had opened up as early as 11 a.m. that day.
Wait, somebody said 11?
Somebody said 11, but somebody else had said, oh, it opened up at like 5 or 6.
Yeah, it was like 6:20.
So people were just standing around upset. People kept on jumping in line, out of line. A whole bunch of disorganization. After a while, a couple people who were upset just jumped in the line. Security ain't do shit about it. They said, all right, fuck the list. Everybody can just get in line. Then everyone decided to take their beautiful, sweet time in the store, or not even to be mad at them. Because fuck it, they got into the store. However, the store should have made a better decision on how much time everyone was actually going to spend in the store. They have 3 floors. The first floor was for high heat, mainly new releases, as well as like a lot of collaborations, exclusives. They had Tiffany Forces, Spider-Man's, Lost and Founds, Chalkboard Phone Pauses, AMM Forces. They did not have any Mac Attacks, and just like a couple recent releases. Then they had some other stuff, like when you start going up, second floor, like some of the
trash.
Not all trash. Like I still haven't gotten the blue corduroy Air Max 1s. They had those. They didn't have my size. And then on the top floor was like Asics and New Balance stuff. So they should have made sure, like, all right, we're going to let 5 people in. Y'all got all of 8 minutes to go through all 3 floors, see what you want, and come back, check out. Because we don't want niggas around all day. Like, we didn't get into the store until about 9 o'clock. And by then, everything was already sold out in my size. Like, everything was fished out. So the only thing I could get was a t-shirt or a crew neck. All in all, I mean, we're going to go back. But, you know, just anybody that plans on opening a store, or if you have any sort of release, like, please make sure that however you want to run it, like, make sure that you tell people prior to, because that just wasn't the best experience. And you guys have the blueprint. You could have set up a reservation system. If you're going to have a list, then you stick to the list. Like, you adhere to the list. If you're going to say, yo, niggas, y'all can just line up, then go ahead and just say that. But for that shit to be in Fells Point on a Thursday, have niggas out till 10, 11 o'clock, if you guys do some Friday or Saturday release shit, that shit is going to get cooked by Baltimore. Understand that, because not only that, like, you putting people's lives at risk. If you know how Fells Point is, like Broadway, them niggas get down after a certain point.
Yeah, you getting shot.
And you think the Atlas Group is going to tolerate that? You think Fells Point is going to tolerate that? Cop presence is already crazy down there. So y'all do need to shape up. Y'all could have did this better. And I hope this is just an experience. Yeah, the culture is here. It was a pleasure to meet everybody that was out there, but y'all got to do better.
I didn't expect you to be this critical.
Oh, why not?
Because nigga,
go ahead. No, go ahead. Tell
when we got into the store, This nigga was cool. He came in, he's like, okay, I'm happy to be here. My man's just the cool-headed one. I went in there, I'm talking shit. I'm furious. I asked nigga like, yo, y'all got these in a 10.5? Nah, nigga, we only got a 14. Nigga, Scott took them shits out my hand so fast, I was hot. All I wanted was the AMM forces in a, like,
nigga, you wanted to leave. If we got there,
I wanted to leave immediately.
Like, if we got there at 6:50, this nigga wanted to leave at 7:05.
No, I wanted to leave at 6:51. So, what upset me is AMM has a reservation system. They usually use it for in-store raffles and stuff like that. But they did a lopsided release and they did it at 7 when the store closed. So it wasn't set up for a reservation, even though my sneaky ass tried to do a reservation for 6:30 so I could cut the line. Didn't work. So my issue came down to, like, this nigga stole from me. Most stores, when they do an event like this, they tell you that, all right, so many can come in, everybody has 5 minutes. But they let niggas go in there, and you have these goofy ass resellers in the store taking their time trying to find clothes, shoes. Like, niggas are literally on StockX looking at these different these different shoes to see what's the best size out of what they have left. So niggas are in the store for 20 plus minutes and it's 90 degrees outside. So niggas was not happy. One nigga cut the line screaming about how much he spent at the Whitaker group and shit like that. For me, I'm just like, this is inexcusable. We have 20, 30 years of experience with lineups, releases, and everything else like that. There's no reason that it happened like this. And as I learned, the guy who ran the line was actually the owner of this location. So he completely dropped the ball because it didn't seem like he knew what the fuck he was doing. And it's good that it went the way it did because this could have gone left very easily.
Very.
And the only reason I stayed is because this nigga was my ride. He didn't want to leave that much and I didn't want to be a fucking prima donna. Shout out to my nigga Scott. He was cool as fuck. And then once people started recognizing me and like inflating my ego, I'm like, it's not so bad. It's okay being outside. But I was still angry that I didn't get the AMM forces. Also, I don't do lines. Which leads into my favorite part of the experience. So, I'm being me. If you know me on Instagram, I have almost 16,000 followers. I'm up there livid, tagging them in stories. This shit was trash. Y'all niggas trash. This shit shouldn't happen. Yada, yada, yada. I went on a whole diatribe about how bad the release was. Fast forward, it's Friday night. Me and my wife are getting ready to go to dinner. Boom, boom, boom. I get a random call from a number. Who the fuck is this? Hello? Hey, is this Davon Ford? Yeah, nigga, who is this? Hey, I'm George from the Whitaker Group. I'm the owner of Social Status Baltimore. I saw what happened, and I wanted to reach out to you not through email, but as a phone call to apologize for what happened. The reservation system was not on. It shouldn't have happened, and I'm sorry for what happened in this case. And as an apology, I want to invite you to our VIP party. So I'm like, oh, of course, I am a very important person. I love this. Flattery will get you everywhere for my fat ass. So me and Lene instantly get dressed, call the Uber, we go downtown. And I thought I was going to have a problem at the door. Because the nigga was like, who the fuck is you? George told me to come in? George in there, but you not getting in there. Somebody else there was like, no, George told us that he was inviting people. What's your name, son? All right. Puts me on the list. We go in there, and it's a totally different environment. Because of how they fucked up the initial release, when we went there, most of the staff, except for, I believe her name was Tisha Tay, she's cool as fuck. Everybody was on edge because they had been in there for hours on end dealing with shit, and they knew that they needed to clear this line before the city told them to get the fuck out of there. But it was a pleasant experience. I got to meet a bunch of cool people, not even just sneaker people, just people in general. At one point, the fucking mayor and Nick Mosby showed up, and I'm just like, that was fucking random. Did a speech congratulating the owner. I actually got a chance to chop it up with him. And he apologized. He explained, like, this is my first time running a store. Boom, 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 boom. And as a former store owner myself, I can understand where confusion can come from when trying to do something for the first time. I'm not saying that it's an excuse, but being able to actually speak with him, I now understand what happened. It's inexcusable, but I appreciate that he stood up there and apologized to me. So I appreciated that. I got to see the Mac attacks in hand, like to actually pick them up. They're fucking fire. And, you know, just talking to the staff, I am willing to give them a second chance. I want to see them grow. And I was telling him that, like, I told him about the show and that we want to be a part of the store in any way that we can, whether it's to be social, hosting events, or doing whatever. I want to see the store grow. I just hope that this is a learning experience and not a glimpse into the future. And then we went to the after party, and that shit was lit. So, what?
Nah, well, I do appreciate the shout out, I guess, in the dialogue that you had with him. Did kind of leave your boy hanging.
What you mean? You wanted to come? Nah, for real. Only reason I didn't, because I'm like, I had been doing so much without Lene. I'm like, I got to go to the store.
Yeah, nigga. I mean, I already knew you guys had a date night or something, but I was like, okay, cool.
Nah, I wasn't trying to be a dickhead. It was like, nigga, I got to take my wife somewhere. So.
Yes, nigga. I wasn't going to be third wheeling.
Okay. Hey, nigga, you know I would never cut you out. This nigga won't beat me up after the show. But, nah, nigga, of course. You know the whole reason I went was, A.
Nigga, it's okay. We can talk about it after the show.
No, I mean the after party, but of course, nigga, as soon as I got in there, all I did was talk about the show. So, it was my turn to do some politicking, because you always be the one outside doing shit. So I'm like, let me show my face in, you know, hey, loose laces. Why that face?
Any final thoughts?
Yeah. I know retail is hard. I know it's hard running a store, but at this point, we have technology to help us, and we need to start utilizing technology so that we can have faster, safer, smarter events. Regardless of it being sneakers or anything else, it's no excuse that we have lineups the way that we have. We need to make things better. So I just want to see people utilize the tools that are available to them.
That nigga that was crying is about to get thrown in the water. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's your final thought?
Nah, I mean, nah, just...
Nah,
yeah.
you should have threw his ass in the water.
Like, bro, that nigga fucked... Well, nah, it was security, too. Security was like, everybody gotta get out of line. As soon as we got out of line, what happened? They said, everybody get in line. Like, bro, we lost our spot. Yeah, I could have had Spider-Man. I could have had Spider-Man once.
I could have had my Air Forces.
So, whatever. I mean, as far as it goes, whatever. Them niggas suck your dick, not mine. Anyways. Alright, that's my... Social Status Suck Davon's Dick. That's the title of the episode.
Bet.